Let's talk.
Good
Recording in
afternoon.
progress.
Yeah,
Oh,
good
sorry.
afternoon, everybody. You know how laid back we are. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to 22 Panels. My guest for the fourth, fifth, some sort of time that I'll probably count up today because I've started the process of like going and better tagging our old episodes. So like when I upload your episode today, I'll do a search for Zack Kaplan and find all of the other times that you've been on and change the listing. So it's Zack Kaplan 1, Zack Kaplan 2, that sort of thing. Then I'll know how many times Zack Kaplan has come to talk comics with us. So hi, Zack Kaplan.
Hi,
Did I
hi,
say
Ted. How
your
are you?
did I say your name enough
You
times
got
in,
it.
in
Yes,
that
sir.
like
Yeah.
minute? I wanted people to know that they're here to listen to Zack Kaplan talk about fantastic Zack Kaplan comics. Do we
That
want
is
to
why
start with
I'm
the one
here.
that's on the shelf right now or the one that's coming out soon?
We can start wherever you'd like. I have a few coming out this fall, so yeah, we can.
Just because somehow, and this doesn't happen often, so I'm going to apologize. Normally, I buy all of your books and either physically or digitally, and I'm like
Yes.
way on top of them. And somehow Mastermind started, and I hadn't read it until I was reading it, the copy that you sent me
Mm,
yesterday. So I'm halfway
yes.
through issue one, and just to that turning twist where we find
Yes.
out about the game or the master
Yeah, the Masterminds game, their
the
secret society.
masterminds
Yeah. Yeah.
club.
Yeah,
Um,
it's like a golf club.
I thought it was like a
So
Skull and Bones club.
it is. It is. Yeah.
I mean, that part is there
It's like
already.
a treehouse club. Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, if I was to describe what I would expect the difference between a master gamer club and 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 a master businessman club to be, one of the possibilities would be that the master gamer club would take place in tree houses
That's yeah.
rather
Yeah.
than like underground
Yeah.
clubs with cigars and pool
The
tables.
the series does look at the cross section between those who enjoy games and those who want to be rich and powerful. So I guess there is a Venn diagram of those that still would get into a treehouse,
Right.
but probably
I mean, let's be honest.
yeah.
And I'm gonna try to overall avoid the politics, but don't you think Elon would be more sane if he'd allowed himself to just keep his treehouse?
Did he lose his treehouse?
I'm assuming he doesn't use his treehouse anymore.
Oh,
I don't know if he
it's
ever
like a
had a
rosebud.
treehouse.
It's like a rosebud thing, like
It
Citizen
feels like
Kane,
it, doesn't it?
like he's
Doesn't
longing for
he
his
feel like
treehouse.
somebody who's trying to be grown up when he doesn't really want to be?
I don't know.
That's fair.
I don't know, but that is an interesting
But there's
in
such a
the
difference between people trying to be grown up and like being
yeah.
responsible but allowing themselves to do the things they like.
I think
And he always feels
Masterminds,
like the
yeah.
one that's
Yeah, this came to
trying
me
to.
because it was more about I think when you well that when you grow up, you kind of and when you get a job and you pursue success in an adult fashion, you kind of are told there's a certain system and there are
Right.
certain kind of ways to do this and you go get a job and you work 8 hours and you show you that you're determined, you're easy to work with and all these things and then you will find promotion and you'll find the path to success. And so, ironically, there are some people who go through life and are aware that none of that is actually
Yeah, I
accurate.
was about to say, like 30 years later, when you're still working the same job and you've never actually had an 8 hour day, they're all 10 to 14, and promotions are few and far between, and they're often in
Yeah,
name only. You go, wait a minute, somebody lied to me.
and putting the decay of the tech industry aside for a moment, and just saying like, remember these stories about Steve Jobs and Mark Zuckerberg and all these guys that like were dropouts or they did
Right.
their own thing or they played by their own rules and they got ahead and it's like that's actually the secret is you actually life is far more cutthroat and ruthless and if you approach success as a game you probably stand a better chance of getting ahead. You just have to be willing to live with yourself and who you might become in the process. So that's what Masterminds is about.
Can,
Masterminds is like,
can we
yeah.
find Route C where we can play the game, get ahead, but not have to do anything that makes us wanna like,
No, I don't. I don't think that exists. I that and
well,
that's what the
that's
series
our
is.
goal,
It's
Zach. You and I
no,
need to
it's
make it
I
exist.
no, I I'm in the
You're
weeds
the
on.
creative one. That's my challenge to you. Write the comic where it exists. Have it be the roadmap.
But I write, and that, me, I'm writing things to try to make people think and try to explore subjects that I find interesting and believe in.
I know you do.
I don't know that that exists. I mean, I don't know that life has that option. I think you have to choose between. I think happiness exists and living with yourself exists, but I don't know that it exists in the same realm as being a cutthroat business person who makes it to the top. I think that most people who make it to the top will tell you, oh man, the shit that I had to do to get here, I had to make some choices I'm not totally happy with. And if there are people out there who have found success and lived, lives where they were happy with every decision they made, I would love to read those stories. But there are teachers who are super fulfilled and who make a great living and have a great life. But I think that when you look at success as it is portrayed as millionaires
Only
and
some of them
billionaires,
make a great living. I mean,
maybe
I'm one
some
of
of them.
those teachers, so I live a great
Like, no,
life,
no,
but making a great living.
yeah, that's true. You're right. Teachers don't make a great living, but but I mean,
I
they
mean,
make,
there
yeah,
are a
they don't
handful
make a
of
great living.
schools.
But I guess, yeah, I guess it's like we live in a world today where we are glorifying success, and all the TikToks and reels and everything are all about, business strategies and ways to get ahead and all this stuff. And it just occurred to me that there's a lot of game playing that goes on, and this is
Oh
kind of a
yeah.
devil's, yeah. So the Masterminds is like a Fincher-esque sort of thriller about the world's smartest secret society, and they're inviting a young man to join their ranks, open every door possible for him, but he's got to win their game. And then we gamified the comic, and so there's a series of puzzles and challenges that kind of you as a reader get to play along with as you read it. And yeah, it's been a lot of fun to make for sure, and a gorgeous book. Stephen Thompson's the artist, Diago Rocha is the colorist, Hassan Otsman Elhau is lettering it. We got Tom Muller
Oh, I
doing
mean,
designs, and yeah, so it's been a lot of fun and it's interesting because I don't know, it's got a unique feel to it. I mean, I was hard pressed to find other Fincher-esque thrillers on the comic book shelf that I could say, hey, if you like that, you'll like this. I mean, there's tons of horror, tons of fantasy, and tons of action out there, but Fincher-esque thrillers, I mean, Department of Truth, maybe. But it was hard pressed to find something similar
I
in
mean,
genre and style.
it's literally coming out uh at the same time as yours, and I don't know if I quite call it Fincher-esque, but you have a feel to Fred Van Lente's current The Future Is project
Okay.
that he's doing with Rekka Comics, which is hacker backwards because they're owned by a cybersecurity firm. Um, but his is set in the
And
future.
is that a futurist? This is Masterminds is set in present day.
Right, right. So that's that. I didn't say they were the same. I
Yes.
was saying that particularly when you talk about how you gamified the comic, they literally have
Yeah, I
hacker
think
capture the flags
when
in
you
theirs.
segue into sci-fi,
Yeah,
which I write much of,
right,
you get a lot more of these. There's a lot of
right,
dystopian dark
right,
thrillers
right,
in the realm of sci-fi. You get your Blade Runner-esque stuff, but
right,
in now, what, not even 1 second in the future, but right now,
right
modern
now.
day stories and thrillers, and kind of that dark Fincher
No,
sort of vibe.
absolutely.
I'm surprised there are not more of them. And anytime
I
I
am
find
too.
myself working on a story and I go to the bookshelf and I go, what are the comparable titles, and I can't find them, I always feel like that's a great sign. Like I'm in the right
Yeah,
zone here.
yeah.
Like You know, I was like,
But
join the future. Where are my
I'm trying to
sci-fi
scrape my
westerns? Join the
brain.
future. And it's like there are no sci-fi. What are the sci-fi westerns in comics? And they're not a lot. So I'm like, all right, I
No,
got
there aren't a lot. There are a handful.
yeah. So I got that's always a good sign to me as a creator that I'm doing
Yeah,
something I can't find. Yeah.
that's absolutely it. And now you've got me racking my brains. And because you know that's just how I work.
Yeah.
I like to find the other stuff.
Well,
I wouldn't like
you're
go
still you're not too late to Masterminds. It just
no
started. We
no
just kicked off.
yeah.
The next issue comes out in October. So you got
Well,
plenty.
and like I
And
knew it was
it's a
there.
five issue mini series. So
I
yeah,
don't know how I didn't read it, Zach. I
it's
feel so
okay.
bad. You know how much I plug your comics.
That's quite yeah. No worries. I'm
I
glad you
mean,
got a
how often do I
taste
come to say hello to you and sell
all the
10 things
time,
off your table while I'm
all the
there?
time. Every Chicago. That's right.
Right. Oh, I'm just talking to my friend Zach. You should buy this one.
Yeah,
Let me tell you about this one.
it always helps. That helps to have someone else besides me sell my own stuff for sure at the cons. Yeah.
No, I like I said, I'm halfway through the first issue and loving every second of it, as I do with most of your work.
Thank you.
Um,
Did you get to the puzzle, the first riddle?
if the first riddle is
Yes.
yeah.
You haven't no, it's the next page is the first riddle.
Okay, well, see the next page is the one that I heard the ding dong Zach is here.
And you went,
And
yeah.
so I read
Yeah, so you'll
for
have
the
to let me
world's best
know.
gamers and then I had to come
Yeah, you'll
talk to
have to
you.
let me know if you're able to solve if you solve it because I know you're a
Yeah.
sharp cookie. We'll see if you get it.
I'll do my best. I don't always do as well with puzzles as I'd like, and in part because like I'm easily distracted.
Oh,
I'm easily distracted. I mean, I don't know if you've noticed that when we talk, you know, when I go off on rants about other comic books or the
I
weather.
it didn't clock for me. No.
Um, so this one is coming out from Dark Horse, right?
That's Dark Horse. Yeah.
Five issue series.
Five issue series
Uh,
just started just a couple weeks
issue
ago. Issue
two,
two
I
is
think
October 8th, and then it will
that
be
sounds
monthly until the end, and it'll collect next year sometime. So yeah, been having a blast working with Dark Horse, both on this and then Kill All Immortals. So
yeah. Kill All Immortals. We'll talk about it in a second. Um, you're working with Stephen Thompson on this. Do I know Stephen's work
yes.
before?
Steven did the Midnight Shadows with me.
Okay,
Which
okay.
was a collaboration
That's
with the
why I
largest
recognize
synthwave
the
band.
theme.
Yeah, but he's
Yeah,
also
yeah.
done Star Trek and several other things. Absolutely insane level of detail, super cinematic style.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
really great. Really a great inker, just natural inker and kind of in a great cross section of like just great comic art, not too cartoon leaning, very realistic, very grounded, just I just love it, just a great style.
So you touched on this, like, I mean, you talked about having the idea and not seeing it on the shelves, and you talked about like looking at the world and the lie that is do this and get ahead versus oh these
Yes.
people are not. But was there any like any moment, any confluence of like you read this and watched that and went, oh, what if you did this? I mean, like, or was it you just woke up one morning and went, oh, Masterminds?
I actually was kicking this idea around even before Squid Games came out, and then I think
Okay,
Squid Games came out and it's kind of like, oh, that I have that idea I'm working on already in
which
mind.
I haven't seen yet because
Yeah,
it's a TV
they're a little
show and
different
I
because
don't do as much TV
Squid Games
as
takes their
comics.
contestants away from the real world, and mine is no. I think the germination was it'd be fun to do a secret society where the game is like where there's a series of like secret society of gamers and the game is the initiation and kind of explore the nature of games.
Right.
I grew up as a huge gaming nerd and everything from, Nintendo consoles to computer games, and just, loved the puzzle solving of it all, and loved the storytelling, and loved,
Well, and
I
you'd
think
had
it,
a
yeah.
element of the like app, less of a game app, but still like the app-based attention grabbing in mindset already. So this is definitely something that you.
Yeah, I would say if people enjoyed Mindset, this has got a similar vibe, both in the sense that it's got to look at modern technology, a little bit the gaming industry, and Mindset looks at the app and Silicon Valley industry. And they're both kind of flawed characters facing complex moral journeys in a world where they have to choose between being manipulated or manipulating themselves. And so I think there's a lot of similarity. I think definitely if you're stacking like my comics into different realms, Mindset and Masterminds are both noir thrillers, of mine, but different in other ways, I think. But yeah, it was interesting it kind of came from just my love of games, and then kind of realizing that in modern life is everyone that looks at life as a game kind of, and doesn't care who they step over to get ahead, like that's how you get ahead. And I'm a Midwest kid from cornfields and all, so
I mean, dear
I grew
God,
up.
do I hope it doesn't work for everybody,
I don't know.
because then we'll become even more cutthroat than we already are, and like I don't want
Well,
to
and
live in
I,
that
I
world.
think that I think that social media and technology and everything is speeding up this. and and
No,
and
there.
and when I was growing up and I would play games, no one like I loved games growing up. I played Nintendo and stuff like that. No one else, like, we didn't have phones, so parents were not doing word games or fantasy football games, or like we're all playing games now all the time. Like, you go to the airport, everyone is on their phone playing a game, not just kids, not just teenagers, like grandmas and grandpas are playing games on their phone, so we're all
To
being
be fair, I
conditioned.
mostly read on my phone.
You're an exception, my man. You're
I
an
know I
exception to
am.
the rule. Everyone is addicted to games. It's one of the largest.
I play
It's
a little
bigger
bit of
than.
Scrabble.
No, these games, I mean, whether it's a AAA game that's coming out of GameStop or it's a mobile
No, I
game,
know. I'm
these
not
are big
disagreeing with you.
giant industries. They'll
I,
get
I'm
celebrities at the Super Bowl. You'll be like, what is this celebrity promoting? The celebrity's promoting a casino game. And you're like, how did they get whoever it is, Julia Roberts or someone to sell a casino game? And it's like, because that's how much money is in these games, because they're getting.
Because when you can convince people to spend $2 or $3 a day because they're only spending it 25 cents at a time, you make a lot of money.
They'll take 2.99 a month on a subscription, and they'll just get your
Right.
subscription. They make a killing. So we're all being conditioned to play more, to play games. And what does this do to our psyche? What does this do to the way we view life when everything is transactional and everything is gamified? And then you look at job hunting is gamified, dating is gamified, everything in our lives is.
See, I mean, Zach, you're depressing me here. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I know that the book won't, because the book will be amazing. But I used to think that it was cool when
Were
I met
you
you.
were you
I,
depressed
I,
after Mindset? Did Mindset depress you?
no, no, it didn't. I didn't. I said the book wasn't gonna. I said right now, this
But
moment is
mindset says we're all addicted to our phones and we're
I
laughing about
know.
it. And the irony that we all know what's happening to us with our phones, but we just accept it. And then at the very end, the hero that he turns the script on everybody. Like he's the controller, not the controlee. He breaks free. So um yeah, I don't think that Mindset is a terribly, like, Mindset is an empowering story if you want to follow in the footsteps and break free, but we know no one will. So I feel like Masterminds is the same. Like, it's the same kind of question to everybody. Like, look at what's going on and what are you going to do about it? So yeah, my job is to just wake
No,
people
no, I
up.
just
Yeah.
and honestly, no, it's knowing that you're 100% right, that when I'm sitting at an airport or a cafe or whatnot, and everybody's on their phone, including me, I'm probably the only one reading a comic book or a poem or a book or even news. Um,
You are.
yeah. Yeah, it's kind of like the day I discovered that neurotypical people apparently can drive automatically. Once they learn how to drive, it's something they do automatically without thought. They don't have to like think about, okay, press the gas pedal now,
Yeah.
turn on your turn signal now, check that mirror, check that mirror, check that mirror. Well, how many cars do I have around me? What's this car about to do? What's that car about to do? I learned that most people do that automatically, and I went, what the fuck? And then I went, oh, that makes so much sense now.
Yeah. Yeah, so games were interesting to me, and the gamification of our lives is interesting to me, and
No, it's
I don't
fascinating.
have
It's
the answers.
fascinating. I
I don't
just,
have the answers. I just find interesting topics and I write stories about them, and then I leave it to the smarter people to figure out the right way to live our lives and find happiness in spite of these things. But yeah.
yeah, yeah. The smarter people are way behind though, because like
But if you're
we
listening to
we
this,
still think gamify is a good
if your
thing.
listeners are listening and they're one of the smart ones,
I hope that they are.
then
Some of them are.
they can solve this mystery for themselves and for all of us. They can break free. And
That's
they
the
can be on
goal.
the other side of the wall and they can wave at us and say, I figured it out. And we
No,
can
I don't want to wave at you and say I figured it out. I want to say, here, let me help you over the wall.
oh, you can help them. Yes.
I meant you. I mean
I
other
can't
people
leave.
too.
I can't leave. I'm trapped in here. All I can do is write stories to help other people escape. I can't
You don't want to write stories from the other side once you've escaped?
then the people on the inside wouldn't be able to get those stories. The
We'll
call
find a
has
way
to
to
be
get them back to them.
no, the call has to come from inside the house. So the stories have to be written here, and then I share the stories with people, and then they figure out how to break free. You can't one I can't break free and then reach the people in this world. It doesn't work that way. So yeah,
That's just,
so I'm
that
in
makes me
it.
sad. So you're saying that no matter what,
That's the only way I can see the boiling
you have
water.
to be in agony no matter what. That's terrible, Zach.
I have to experience the boiling water to know that the water to see it, so I can say, hey, uh, that's what I write, my man. That's what I do.
Yeah,
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 my internet. It's just that my internet connection is unstable. A suspicious
yeah, yeah,
message to pop up
yeah,
right
yeah.
as I'm preaching.
Mine has had issues too. Hopefully yours went through. I didn't hear it, but this is why I recorded the crowd, because I have heard, or I have noticed that like when I record to the cloud, sometimes I don't get to hear it during the interview, but it still makes it into the recording.
Good, good.
So hopefully your preaching will be there and I'll get to find out what you said. But that makes it a perfect time to pivot to Kill All Immortals 2.
Yes, yes.
And like I mean, first, like you did wrap up in such a way that I knew it could be coming, but I mean, initially, like with a book called Kill All Immortals, I thought there were going to be no immortals left to kill.
You
Kill
would
All
think that.
Immortals 2
Yes.
feels like some issues with truth in advertising there. You shouldn't be able to have Kill All Immortals 2. You should have to have like more immortals are made and then Kill All
Hey,
Immortals
you
2.
know what? You know
Kill
what?
All Immortals 2 should be the third series.
Stranger Things is still got some Stranger Things for you even after 5 seasons,
But they
and
never
those
say
dead
strangest
and
things.
the dead are still walking dead even after like 12 seasons. So you
But they
know,
don't say all of the Walking Dead. And they don't say strangest things. Now, if you called it Kill Some Immortals, it would make sense.
yeah. Well, Kill All Immortals is just it's like a life philosophy. Like it's something it takes your whole life to do. It we all have our El Guapos, Tad. For some of us, El Guapo is death. And for other of us, El Guapo is something else. And sometimes El Guapo is just a guy trying to kill us. We all have our immortals, and we're trying to kill all of them. It's just a metaphor. So yes, kill all immortals over and over again, every little chance you get.
You
Yeah,
know, I
I
mean,
think it
I
works.
sure, but I had to give you a hard time because it was really
It's
kill
good.
some immortals.
It's okay. It's okay to want to always kill all immortals.
So,
Kill them
so
all.
what you're saying is that the title referred to the desire, not the action.
Kill all immortals. Yeah, the intent, the plan.
It's the intent. It's not this book is about killing all the immortals. It's this book is about someone who wants to kill all of the immortals. Got it
Yes.
now. All
Yeah.
right. So
Yeah.
what you said was true from a certain point of view.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
that's the greatest line in all of Star Wars. From
50%
a
of the time
certain
you're
point of
right
view.
all the time. Yeah.
That's right. The greatest the well, based on one of the greater Anchorman lines.
Yeah.
50% of the
Yes.
time it works every time.
That's right. That's right.
Uh,
Yeah.
so give us the, because I was reading Masterminds because it had come out, and B, we don't want to spoil too much anyway.
Yes.
Give us the front counter pitch for Kill All Immortals 2,
I
because
mean,
like Kill All
if you're not
Immortals
familiar
1,
with, yeah.
she went after the family really, really hard, and I forget who she managed to kill
Kill
because I
Immortals, yeah,
remember that it wound up being open for
well,
more.
if you're not familiar with the series at all, it's a family of Vikings that discover a secret form of immortality, and now 1,000 years later they become a immortal billionaire banking empire, and they're ruthless and barbaric, and the only
I
daughter
mean, to be fair, I don't think they became 1,000 years later the banking empire. I think they built it up over those 1,000 years. That was the implication I got. I mean, you
right,
wrote it, so if
they
you want to
built
say
it
they became
correct.
overnight,
No, it wasn't overnight. They
over 1,000 years, they became a
yes.
banking empire.
Yes, over 1,000 years. Yeah, became from one point to another.
Right.
Yes, and the only daughter finally wants out, and she doesn't like being beholden to this lifestyle and this family. And so the first volume and the first arc is all about her conflict with her family. And if you've read the first arc, at the very end, we drop a really exciting cliffhanger. And surprise, surprise, there are more immortals than just this
Yeah,
family.
in fact, I think I texted you as soon as I finished the first arc. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, so they didn't kill all the immortals.
No,
Awesome.
they did not. And so
And you said it hasn't been announced yet, but next
yeah, and so
month.
this new issue, uh and this new arc, it picks up right where we left off. It's about Frey and her siblings and her family being thrust into these new dangers. And without giving too much away, I mean, it is action packed. It's even more dramatic than the first arc. I think the first arc almost sets the stage for more character complexity. And Fico Ossio, who's the artist on this, he's doing Batman and Robin right now, and Thiago Rocha is our colorist as well on this, and Hassan is also lettering this. But they put on a master class. I mean, it's just absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous immersive artwork, from the locales to the fight sequences to the drama. And yeah, I mean, I really am excited because I feel like um, I just want to give readers who maybe love the big two but want something in the creator owned space, a real kind of consequential and exciting action series to follow. And so very kind of in the vein of Something's Killing the Children. So and the response on the first arc was really, really
I mean,
exciting. I mean,
I
that's
mean,
why we
yeah, yes, in the vein of something's killing the children, but it also, I think, strayed into the awesome vein of like a John Wick, where it's just like
yes.
all action all the time. Let's
Yes.
let's go.
It is action. And the new issue, we did a new number 1 so that people can kind of jump on. We're looking at the whole thing very much like a season of television in terms of like each arc is a new season. And so you can jump on here and go back and catch up.
Okay, so what you're saying
Yeah.
is this is now Game of Thrones, which means that I was happy with the ending, but like
Oh,
nobody else was. So you got
no,
to
I
manage
wasn't
to
happy
like do
with I
better.
wasn't
That's
happy
what
with
I'm
the ending.
saying. So I'm saying if you start referring to television, like that last season can be difficult. I'm just warning you now. You
No, I
gotta.
think no, it's not so much about the ending. I think it's what it is like it's sequential. The storytelling is sequential, but the beginning of each arc, this is not
Yeah.
issue 6 in the sense that you really have to go from 5 to 6. It it
So
explores
I will
a
say the
relative
Kill
amount
All
of
Immortals.
setup so that you can digest this new issue and understand what's going on, and you can enjoy this arc almost in its own standalone sort of experience. But of course, it is all on the foundation of the previous volume. So
But that being
yes,
said, I will tell people that if they're
yes,
looking forward to Kill All Immortals Volume 2,
sure,
Kill All Immortals Volume 1 is available right now from Dark Horse Comics
easy,
for I think
absolutely, that's right,
19.99 at your
that's
local
right.
comic shop, probably at a lot of your local bookstores, and I'm certain there are even places online that you can find it because like Dark Horse gets their stuff out and about.
But I think there's going to be I listen. If there are readers listening who are smart enough to just go pick it up, awesome. But if they're like, I'm gonna wait, and they wait, and then they go in their comic shop and they hear the excitement around Kill All Mortals 2, and they're like, all right, I'll check out this one, and they read it. I'm confident that they will then go, all right, give me volume 1
Yeah,
and sign me.
I'm going
So
to say I think most of our readers are smarter than that. I think that they're going to go. Zach sounds awesome here. I'm going to go get Kill All Immortals and be ready
I'm
for Kill
giving,
All Immortals
I
2.
love it, but I'm giving everybody as many entry points as possible.
Absolutely, I'm in
They
favor of
can,
that.
yeah,
I'm in favor of that. You're the creator. You gotta give them entry points. I'm the salesman. I gotta say,
sure.
ooh, if it's the money that you're worried about and your library has Hoopla, Kill All Immortals Volume 1 is available on Hoopla. You
Let's
can get
go.
it digitally with your library card. If your library doesn't have Hoopla, there's a very good chance that they either have it at the library already or you can use interlibrary loan and get it from another library. It will be shipped to your library free of charge. Just reminding people because libraries are often awesome and they're under the same sort of pressures that us teachers are lately. So
I
I
got no
want to
problem. I got no problem with
shout
doing it
out
at the library. Yes. Yes.
shout out the librarians.
Shout out to the
Or if you know
librarians.
where Zach lives, I can tell you that his copy is hiding next to his paper file on the bookshelf.
It's right there.
So you just got to
Yes.
slip into his office.
Yeah. Yeah. There you
Oh
go.
wait, he's moved it now,
Yes.
so you might have to look harder.
So gorgeous. So
It is.
gorgeous. Yes. Yeah.
Um,
Very.
oh, the art,
We're vision.
Pico.
This is not just audio only. If you're listening to
No,
audio.
this is just audio only. Eventually, maybe someday we'll start
Oh, really?
doing
This is just audio.
visual.
So I'm holding this up for no
You're
reason.
holding it up for me. You're holding it up for me.
Yeah. Look at
He's
these
showing
colors.
me
Look at those
great,
colors.
great
Oh,
spreads.
so
Fico Ossio's art on this book is ridiculous. Like John Wick wasn't pulled out of a hat. I think the
come
action
on.
sequences have
Yeah.
that sort of frenetic energy.
Well, that was our
Um,
pitch. The pitch
uh,
was it's HBO's Secession meets John Wick because it's like
okay.
a billionaire family and they're infighting. But
And I think
when yeah,
one of the undervalued parts of John Wick that like there's so much beautifully choreographed fighting going on that you don't like notice it is they fight in really beautiful places. And
yes.
that
Well,
happens here too.
that's the recipe. The recipe is
Right.
the
It's not we're fighting in a dark alley. It's
no,
look
it's
at
not.
these
I
gorgeous
actually
mountains in the
Not really
background
the
of our
fighting. It's not really the fighting. I mean, there are sequences in John Wick where he runs around and he has his gun and he literally like taps the guys on the chest with his gun as he shoots. He likes to shoot close.
right.
There's no action like this is not something well choreographed. It's like, okay, Keanu, you're gonna run through the hallway. These guys are gonna run up to you, tap each of them on the chest with the gun, and they'll fall down. Like this is not complicated. But what makes John Wick so cool in the fight sequences are the locales and
Yeah.
the wardrobe and the lighting. All of that atmosphere are really like that is what elevates it and makes you feel like it's something you haven't seen before and it's so fresh. So yeah, we absolutely followed the same recipe, which was there are going to be awesome fight sequences. They're going to be in modern locales, everything from like the super yacht to the private plane tarmac to the nightclub and all these things. But then there's also all these Viking locales or ancient locales as well. And the new arc follows the same script, you know, new locations on both fronts, both modern locations and ancient locations that give you awesome fight sequences. So the new arc is I'm so proud of it and so excited for it. I think that if anyone had if you loved the first arc or you just even heard interesting things and you were thinking about it, like the new, I'm just so excited for what we have coming in October here. So just really awesome. So yeah,
So,
there's some great covers too.
oh yeah,
Oh, we got, so I mean, Oliver Barrett, who just won the Ringo for being
nice.
cover artist. And I think Kill All Immortals was part of his annual portfolio there. He does a whole nother A series of these kind of model shoots of our characters, kind of high fashion violence. And then issue one has a Matt Taylor cover, which is amazing. John Jang, who's a convention legend and an awesome cover artist. And then, of course, Tula Lote just won the Eisner for cover art, and she has an art cover for us as well. So yeah, super.
Lotte is amazing
Yeah,
and needs to do more interior. I mean, I know she gets paid more for covers,
yeah.
and
She's
this is one of the
doing.
things that I
She
hate
did.
about.
Did she do? Is she doing something with? She did something with Distillery.
Yeah, she did something with Becky Cloonan at Distillery that was
Yeah.
amazing, and she did something
Is
at
she doing something in Ignition now? I can't
I
follow
don't
her.
remember, but she did a book called Groupies with Helen
Yeah.
Milan at Comixology that's about to be released through Mad Cave. That's also amazing.
Right.
She did Barnstormers with Scott Snyder through
Yep.
Comixology. You know,
She
she
does. She
hasn't
does.
done,
She does a fair share of interiors.
yeah, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
but there's some people that like I love their interior art so much that I wish they could make as much money doing interior arts as they do making covers
Oh yeah.
because I feel like they like take a month off every 3 or 4 months to just do covers, and that probably pays them better than all of their interior art
Yeah.
combined.
Yeah.
So I get that, but um I love her storytelling. It's
She's
just
great.
it's amazing. Um let us jump backwards for a second because you recently wrapped up, and I'm trying to the trade has come out on this one, I think.
Dark Empty
Dark
Void.
Empty Void, yeah.
Yeah.
Or is it coming up soon?
Just came out, I believe, just a couple days ago. Uh,
Okay.
Came out Wednesday the 23rd, which
Okay,
is
so it was like
just
literally right
today,
now.
which is right now. Yeah.
Oh,
Uh,
that's right, because we're publishing. Yeah. Yeah.
because
When
we're
you're
not,
listening to this, it will be coming out.
it came out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I don't mind letting them behind the curtain.
We're in
Like
the past. You're
we're in
listening
the
to us
past.
from the future. We are trapped in the past. We can only tell you what's happening now. We hope that you
Though,
made
though
it 2 or 3
actually,
days.
because we had to reschedule, it is the 23rd.
Today is the 23rd.
Today is the 23rd.
We're
So
looking
in
at
bookstores, it came out
now. It's
today.
now, sir. We're
Yeah,
looking at now. This
we're
is
looking at
now.
now. It'll come out in comic shops tomorrow, but it's out in bookstores right now.
No, today's Wednesday.
Today is Tuesday, September 23rd,
Oh,
and
today is
bookstores get it
Tuesday.
on
It'll come out
Tuesday.
tomorrow.
In comic shops.
I don't even know where I am right now. It's that
Yeah.
confusing. All right, got it. It's coming
Eh,
out It's coming. It's
The
yeah.
24th in comic shops, the 23rd in
There you go.
bookstores.
Dark Empty Void in stores today, now.
Yeah,
Go
you can
check
go
it
get
out.
it.
Yeah.
And we just did our Spaceballs bit. Did you see that Spaceballs 2 is finally in production?
So excited. So
Yeah,
excited. They pulled Rick Moranis out of retirement for 20
I
years.
know. I
Amazing.
know. I think
Amazing.
his kids grew up, so he's got time again.
Great.
Yeah,
Our win. Absolutely.
exactly. Exactly. Have you gone to
Yeah.
see Spinal Tap 2 yet?
I did not
I've
yet,
heard
but I
good
love
things.
Spinal Tap.
I
Yeah.
haven't yet, but I've heard good things. I mean, not like it's as good as the first, but like I
Yeah.
don't think anybody expects that.
No.
I think they just expect it to be fun, and that's what I'm hearing. So it's on
I
my
don't, I
list.
don't expect Spaceballs 2 to be good, but I expect to enjoy the hell out of it. That's what I,
Exactly. I
yeah.
mean, honestly, as Mel Brooks movies go, I don't know that I totally think Spaceballs 1 is good, but I enjoy the hell out of it.
Oh, it's
Does that make
great.
sense?
No, you're wrong.
I
It's
think Mel agrees with me.
I
I've
think
heard
that
him talk about it. He's like, it's the only time I did a genre pastiche where I didn't know anything about the genres.
oh, I think
I
what's
don't
so
even know if
great,
it's good.
the shtick is so great. Like
It is. It is.
and this is back. I mean, all the movies from the 80s where they would just completely derail the plot. They just be like,
Yeah.
excuse me, we're not gonna service the plot for 10 minutes. We're just gonna do one shtick after another that just makes you laugh. It has nothing to do with the story whatsoever.
Spaceballs, the toilet paper.
Yeah. So yeah, it was the whole thing. I mean, if you condense that movie down to plot, you'd have like an 8-minute movie. The whole thing is just
Think it'd be a
what.
whole 8-minute movie?
Yeah, I think if you took all the,
I think
I
that
think
might be
if you took every line out that was not
I think that might be pushing it. I think you know how
maybe
like the
less.
condensed football games are actually like three and a
Hey,
half
hey, they
minutes.
even do that. They even do that in what am I talking about? Spaceballs even does that in the sequence where they go backwards and then they replay the whole movie for Commander Helmet, right?
Right.
Remember? And
Dark
and
helmet.
they yeah, and they get to the very now and the whole thing
That's
takes like 1 or 2 minutes. So that's how
right.
little the plot
Right.
is. So yeah,
Right.
they do it in there. Um, yeah, so we are in the present right now.
We're in the now.
Dark Empty Void is out in stores right now, and
It's in
that's what we're
bookstores, not comic shops, because comic shops get it on Wednesday.
right.
Yeah.
But if people
So
listen to
like
this on Wednesday,
but yeah, no, you're right. I won't have this up until Wednesday. So by the time people are listening to it, they'll absolutely be able to buy it.
that's what I'm saying. When people are
Yeah.
listening to this right now it's in comic shops.
Yeah.
They can go right now and
So if
listen.
you're listening, I was gonna release it later in the evening, but now I'm gonna put it up for like a 7 a.m. release. If you're listening on your way to work, you're gonna pick up your comics on the way
Don't
home.
go to work. Oh,
Don't
is that
forget
what?
to grab Dark Empty Void.
Yeah, don't go to work. That's what we're saying. Just go to the comic shop and get my
Well,
comics instead.
but most comic shops
Res-
don't open until like 10 or 11 anyway.
I feel
So you could
responsible,
like
and
go to
this
work
is
and then go take a
responsible
long break.
advice. Skip work, go wait outside the comic shop just to let them know that you care and get these books. I feel like this is responsible advice that will serve you well in your life. Your employer will understand. You just
I
mentioned
did this reminds me,
blame it on 22 panels, and you go,
I did take a day off of work to stand in line for Phantom Menace tickets.
I think I might have done that too. But let's not talk about our traumas, Tad. Okay.
Dark Empty Void, way better than Phantom Menace.
Phantom
Tell us
Menace
about Dark Empty
probably,
Void.
yeah. Phantom Menace was probably not something we needed to all stand in line for. That was the
No,
that
no,
was
actually, what my terrible admission about Phantom Menace, because I bought tickets for the midnight show and like the 9 a.m. show the next day, and then like the 7 p.m. show to take a bunch of friends with. And it wasn't until the third time that I saw it in 24 hours that I like it sunk into me that like it wasn't
But
great.
if you're out there and you like Phantom Menace, that's totally okay.
I like it better now than I did then.
Yeah, it has some
It's aged okay.
it's aged okay.
It's aged okay.
I agree with you. Yeah, Dark Empty Void is my first foray into like real horror. It's a cosmic sci-fi horror thriller. It's about black holes. Scientists are messing around as they should with microscopic black holes. Great idea. If you're out there and you're a scientist, totally recommend that. And then they lose control. Crazy stuff comes out, including a human being. And it's very much like an Annihilation, Arrival sort of thought-provoking sci-fi thriller adventure. There's a little creature horror in there akin to like Aliens, and really excited about this one as well. It came out about a year ago, and it was a 5-issue series, came out from like October to April, and now it's being collected into graphic novel. It's with Chris Sheehan on art, Francisco Segala colorist, and I believe Justin Birch of World is the letterer. And
Yeah, it's
yeah,
it's so good.
thank you.
Though I need to go back and look at release dates because I want to say that because I remember either emailing you or texting one morning, because and it couldn't have possibly been on purpose. It was like whatever happened in the world felt just enough like you're staring off into the
Yeah,
abyss. I mean, I think maybe it came out the day after election day or
it
something. I'm like,
might have.
Zach, what are you beautiful,
Well,
amazing, but but I wanted to just think of it as beautiful and amazing rather than
yeah,
capturing my
I
emotions at
came
this
up with
moment.
this one during the pandemic, and it is very much about for each of us going through any experience, whether it's a personal experience or it's a societal or global experience, where you just feel like the world is collapsing and there is no light at the end of the tunnel, and how do you get through that? And I found that really interesting in a horror story because you always get um horror stories. I feel like the characters are always very excited. They're always very optimistic, and I really thought it was interesting to do a horror story where the character actually doesn't know.
Oh no, it was right after inauguration. Issue 3 came
It's
out January
possible.
29th.
Yeah. Yes. But it
And
was.
it's beautiful, but like the opening sequence in that is just like
Well,
hauntingly
actually, I mean,
beautiful.
the other thing that it's really taps into, which is it's really more about mental health and depression too.
Oh God, yes.
The main character is depressed herself. She's a psychologist. She's lecturing on mental health and depression, and not even severe mental, how so many of us just suffer from mild aspects of anxiety or depression or anger, all sorts of things. Like we're all afflicted, whether we're diagnosed and medicated or we're just going through something temporarily. And like how do you cope with that? And it's
Oh
really
no.
really hard. And then so
You,
how do you save the
I
world?
just
Yeah.
I just realized that no, you did it twice because issue 2, which was the actual image that I was thinking of, did come out on November 13th. And then issue 3 came out on January
Life goes
29th.
on, my man. Comics come
It
out.
does. It does.
Comics come out.
Also,
Yeah.
I don't know if you knew about this, but I'm going to share it with listeners. I'm curious as I'm going to have to look to see if they do it on other books too. At least for Dark Empty Void, the Mad Cave website had a buy option way back with issue 1, where you would pay $24.99 and get the digital issue on the release dates, and then the trade paperback sent to you when it came out,
I don't know about that option, but
which
that sounds fantastic. So
it does, doesn't it?
if you're listening, go back in time and totally sign up for that.
Or at least check out other things. I will also say that Mad Cave is one of the publishers that is day and date on Mad Cave. So for those of it, or not on Mad Cave, on Global Comics. So for those people who are on a budget, um, I think
This
it's
is
eight
on there.
dollars a month. $8 a month for Global Comics,
Sure.
and Mad Cave comics come out. And Global Comics is pretty good about, like, I want to say the way they split up the money is based on page views. So like your $8 gets split up based on what you actually read that
Hmm.
month, which
I don't
is
know. I don't.
fascinating.
Hey, listen, however you want to consume my comics is totally fine with me. I do always enjoy supporting local comic shops. They're going through some hard
Yes.
times right now, so
Yes.
that's always my primary
Please,
suggestion.
please,
But
please, none
if
of
you don't
that take away
but if you
from.
don't like your comic shop, you don't have one near you, or you just don't drive, or whatever you do, and you want to read some comics, by all means,
Right.
knock yourself out. Libraries, digital, whatever floats your boat.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes.
Thank you for reminding me. I never ever mean to make
No,
it sound like I don't want people to
can't.
go to local comic shops. I'm a
There's many ways to skin a
huge fan of
cat.
local comic shops,
Yes, we
but
know
I'm
this.
also a huge fan of just finding a
Reading,
way to read it.
yeah, reading is good too.
Reading is good. And I also think in the long term, yeah, no, they seem to do it for like Defenders of the Earth, Dark Destiny has one that came out today. So that's a cool thing to know is that oh, they have a Vincent Van Gogh book coming out too. I'm gonna have to order that for my wife.
And I'm surprised to see he's still writing, but that's him.
um but yeah, no, like comic shops have been among my safe places, among my happy places and whatnot all my life. So I cannot emphasize enough, particularly if you have a comic shop that fills that need for you, support them in every way that you can. But I also know that people have budgets and people have time and space constraints. So I like to talk about all of the different ways that people can read comics and hopefully arrange for comic creators to get paid on some level, because that is also good. If they don't get paid, they can't make new comics. These are basic lessons that I feel like I need to teach because of what we were talking about earlier. They're not the lessons that get taught by our employers.
Sure, sure.
Um, so
I
always,
don't care about getting paid. I don't need that. I don't need that money. I just
Zach,
want
don't
people
you
to
have
read.
children?
No, they'll hunt for garbage. They'll be fine.
Okay.
I care about the people out there reading and learning about the boiling water and
You
hopping on
you
the
have a
clock.
sugar mama, don't you? Your wife makes way more money than you do. I can just
Uh,
feel that.
we're all begging on this on the side of the street. Just
I
uh,
mean, I wouldn't hold that against you. I have a sugar mama. She's a public school art teacher, which tells you what my level for sugar mama is.
I, listen, I'm not writing. Like, it's an interesting topic to bring up, and
Right.
so let's say something about it. I think it's really important for comic creators, when you're writing stories and telling stories, that you're doing it to share these
Yeah.
stories with readers, and you're not obviously there is a business and an economic factor here, but anytime you get up and you say, listen, forget about the story, forget about the art, I really need your money, can you give me your money, it breaks down the truth of the experience. And so
Yeah.
I'm not really interested in that. And I think that if you have good stories and you have something to say and you develop a relationship with readers, all of that stuff will follow. And so
Absolutely.
I never focus on that aspect of it.
And
For me,
and
it is
and
always about, I have something to say. I think it will bring you a moment of enjoyment, a moment of entertainment, and a moment of thought. And I think you will find it very rewarding, and check it out. And I always direct them to comic shops, because comic shops are the lifeblood of our industry. And I want comic shops to be
absolutely.
artistic side. And short of that, like it really is it's not about the money first and foremost. It has to be about more. The money follows.
Absolutely.
The money follows if
Absolutely.
you so if you're a creator out there, take that lesson to heart, because I think it is important to share stories that you want, that matter so much to be shared, that takes the priority over anything else. And so um you know
And I
that's
one
why when you are kind and you're saying, I want to make sure Zach gets paid and all this and that, these comments kind of gloss over me, because it's not really where my head's at.
Well, and they weren't supposed to be for you. They're for my
Yeah,
listeners. I
there
want
you
to make
go.
certain my listeners get you. I mean, because that I totally love what you say, but that's also why I think part of my job is to say the words,
Fair
get
enough.
Zach paid, because I know that you're not going to say them.
Fair
I
enough.
mean, I know so many comic creators that like turn off their Patreons when they don't feel like they can contribute enough to it because life has gotten in the way. And I'm sitting there going, you know that the people who give you money on Patreon are not giving you money for that one sketch that you put out a week. They're giving you money because they love your work and they want it so that when life gets in the way, you're not having to worry about whether or not you can pay rent.
I won't stop that message. Fair enough. Yes.
So I wasn't trying to butter you up with it, Zach. I was trying to
Good.
remind any listeners out there that as much as artists don't do it for the money, and great art is almost never done for the money, you do still have bills. So it's great when the
Yeah.
consumers can sit back and go, how can I get more good art? Because the fact of the matter is you do have kids. So like if you weren't getting paid enough, you could wind up going, I need to go manage a McDonald's because I need to send my kids to college. And it would be really hard to manage McDonald's and make comics. Not
Maybe,
impossible. I'm
maybe
certain
the
it's been done,
maybe the
but
secret truth is I'm already in Masterminds. I'm
I
already
mean, that is possible.
I'm already in the secret society. Why am I
In which
writing
case,
comics?
Zach,
Why
why
am
are
I
you
writing
not a
comics
patron
when I
of my podcast?
hmm?
Why aren't you a patron of my podcast? I can use your $3 a month.
Oh, I didn't know you had a patron.
Oh, we're really bad at ourselves. I'm
Yes.
much better at promoting you than promoting myself.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway,
All right, now that we've gone completely off the
yeah,
rails at about the time when we were going to wrap up anyway, let me ask my favorite closing question, which you've had
sure.
to answer many times, but give different answers every time because everybody does. Tell me something you love, preferably a comic, but we don't have rules, preferably storytelling, but again with the rules, but something that you love that not enough people around you have experienced, and you want them to so that there are more people to talk about it with.
Something I love.
Yeah.
Not sure, man. Not sure. Some I'm trying to think of a good answer. Uh, I feel quite mediocre about the things I've been watching lately. I'm not sure that anything has really struck me in terms of watching or
I did say preferably
reading.
comics, so you could turn around and just start looking. That's what most people do.
Yeah. Um,
I always give people a hard time when they don't have a bookshelf behind them and like they're
I do
desperately
have.
because so often the response is, let me go. Oh, this.
I don't know. Nowadays I love just doing nothing. I love slowing down life. This is more philosophical than any like read this or watch this, but I think that Masterminds is about the gamification of life, but I think we're all playing life so fast and sometimes you have to, sometimes you've got kids to be dropped off and you've got jobs to do and money to make and all these things and sometimes you can't control it, but more and more I just really love uh, a quiet walk or a moment to myself, a chance to recollect my thoughts. I think that I'm finding a lot more joy in clocking out of the nonstop busyness and the hustling and just taking a moment to appreciate something, especially as you feel perhaps the world is going mad or the chaos of the world. I feel like that is a really healthy thing to just kind of say, yes, the world exists, but I exist too, and I am my own entity, and I can just enjoy a moment of myself and a moment of my thoughts without the world or business or anything bombarding me. So that is what I love, and I think more people should do that. So if you're listening,
All
give it a
right.
try.
And you even managed to answer all of my follow-up questions with that because you essentially said do it. You started with doing nothing. I'm like, oh, you're going to have to define what doing nothing is because I can't imagine you just sitting there. which would be doing nothing.
Yeah,
But you were kind enough to say the walks and the
I think a
moments
good
of
yeah,
reflections
a good
and
walk
whatnot.
is
So
yeah, a good walk is great. Or
yeah,
I got some squirrels in the backyard that always are playing in the trees that are super fun to zone out to and watch while I
I
enjoy
like to
a morning cup of coffee for 5 minutes before I get the day going. So yeah, and
yeah,
anything.
sometimes even when I'm doing other stuff, when my cats start like running around after each other and like parkouring, and I mean sometimes I think my cats are John Wick because like they will have like wrestling fights that go across the rooms and across shelves and somehow don't manage to knock anything down. They knock things down all the time, but it's not when you expect them to.
Yeah,
Um, and just like sitting back and watching them do it, like just letting go of the other thing I'm doing so I can watch them do that is
pets are great. Enjoy your
yeah,
pets. Absolutely.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Grandkids are also great for the same reason.
Kids and
Only
grandkids.
you can
Yeah.
give them back. You can't give the pets back. They get to stay. The grandkids, when they become too much, it's like here.
Yes.
Your kids are small. You've got many
I don't
years.
have grandkids. No, I don't have grandkids.
One day, Zach, you
One,
may.
I will. Yeah, one day I will.
I mean,
Yes,
hopefully, your kids might decide that they don't want to do that.
that's
One of my
possible.
kids decided that.
It's possible. Yeah,
Um,
but
that's okay too.
yeah, we'll see. Time will tell.
Yeah. Try not to be one of those parents that's overbearing about wanting the grandkids, as awesome as they are.
No, I won't do that.
Zach, it is always a pleasure.
Thank you, Ted.
Apologies if I was all over the place today. I know I
You're
was.
great, man. You're great.
Um, but
Fun time.
yeah, always fun to talk. I'm certain we'll talk again. I think this is the longest we've actually gone without talking since the first time you came on. You,
Oh,
you were coming like consistently every 2 to 3 months for a while, and I think we've been a whole like
every two
six
to
this
three
time.
months. Good Lord.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
a
because you
lot.
keep putting out new books.
It's
And
true.
I'd say, hey, Zach, this looks awesome. And you go, okay, I'll come talk about it.
And I'm sorry, I'm gonna do it again next year. So
I'm down with that.
yeah, I
I
don't think
mean,
I'll be stopping. So
I was recently told by a friend of mine that I needed to fire my scheduler. I said, but I am the scheduler. He said, I don't care. Heads must roll. And I'm like, but I like it.
yeah. Well,
So
I don't think I'll see you in 2 or 3 months, but I'll see you next year when I
no,
go.
probably
Sure.
not. I'm certain that like if we don't see each other before C2E2, we'll bump into each other and go, oh, we need to do something.
Yes,
Um, so
for
for
sure.
22 panels, this has been Zack Kaplan, and we will see you after the next page.